Hey folks, I'm Gene Delasala, president of Audioholics, and today we're here with...
Tony Leota, I'm contributing writer, and today we are looking at the Polk MagniFi Mini soundbar and wireless subwoofer.
You know, we first introduced to this at CEDIA last year, right?
Yeah, about 100 people in this little room, and then all of a sudden they started playing music, and we were like, what the hell is that?
Yeah. It was a very loud room because the room was packed with people, and we were taken back by we were hearing so much sound coming out of this little device. The guy at Polk was basically holding it in the palm of his hands.
Yeah, here it is. It's the MagniFi Mini. It's about 12 inches wide, and the sub.
Yeah. Now let me just tell you a little bit specs here on the MagniFi Mini. It's a 6-driver array. It's got 2 tweeters. It's got 4 2¼ inch mids, I believe. And they claim it's 150 watts. I don't know what kind of rating, if it's a PMPO rating or what. It's definitely not RMS. But the point of the matter is, this thing plays loud, so I'm not going to, investigate it too far, especially for a product of this category. Now, the subwoofer is really neat. It's very lightweight. It's not built of a very high quality construction, but it is what it is. It's got a down-firing driver, which actually helps to eliminate some of the port noises that you would hear if it was a front firing. It's got a 6.5-inch driver. It's ported, and it pairs up fairly easily. How would you say that this device paired up compared to what we looked at with Sonos?
Oh, I mean, now granted, we paired it up Bluetooth, but 30 seconds?
Yeah.
I mean, literally plugged it in, pulled up my Bluetooth, hit the Bluetooth button on here. It was ready to go, not just the soundbar, but the sub. They didn't have to match and pair with each other. It was ready to go. While he was printing up some information, we got everything set up.
It was that quick, guys. I was like, whoa, all of a sudden you got this thing working. I thought he was turning on, another device that's in the room, but no, he had this thing paired up in under a minute. And let me tell you something, I've heard this in the show floor environment. I didn't hear it for myself personally until today, and I was impressed. I mean, he put on some Bob Marley music, and I didn't even know where the sub was. I assumed he put the sub under the table, but no, he put it towards the side of the room, and I wasn't really localizing where the subwoofer was. It was given a good deep bass for what it is.
It did.
And the thing played really loud. I mean, in our review, I think you said that when you were watching movies, if you were playing it extremely loud, that the vocal clarity kind of diminished a little bit. I didn't quite hear that with the music we were listening to today. We were playing it pretty loud. It sounded fairly clean to me.
It sounded clean, but don't forget, this is a pretty clean room, too.
Yeah.
You have sound material all around. It's pretty dead in here.
It's an acoustically controlled room. But the music quality that was coming out of this little bar with the sub, now you can't play without the sub because then it sounds like an alarm clock.
It really does. And the sub really picks up on the depth and the bass that really needs to be added to the little bar.
And I would hate to piss off any Sonos owners, but quite frankly, what I heard with this system with the sub was comparable, if not favorably comparable, to what we heard from the Play 5, which is what, $499?
Which was $499.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, you have to hide this, but all you need is an electrical cord. You don't need to pair it up with another cord. So you can hide it anywhere.
It's a wireless sub. Like I said, it pairs very quickly. It's $299 is the shipped price.
Right.
So I mean, it's really very low margin product. There's not a lot of profit going on here, guys. You're getting a lot of technology for the dollar. Why don't you talk about some of the intelligible features that it has here, about the dialogue intelligence?
Yeah, so some of the things we looked at was it does have a night mode, it does have a dialogue enhance, which focuses the sound more towards the center channel.
Yes.
And it really did a good job at being able to enable speech, and we were able to hear that a lot better.
The thing I really like about this, and this is great for, I hate to say older people, like my parents, for example, that can never hear the voices coming out. Not only does it have a volume control to turn the whole volume up, but you actually have a voice control. And whether you're in music mode or you're in the actual dialogue enhanced mode, it still works for both modes. And I was testing it out because we put on some music and I was cranking up the voice of I guess it was a female singer. I don't know who you were playing before. But we were cranking it up, and you could clearly hear her voice getting louder from the center. It was anchored, and it really did enhance the vocal clarity. And I'm very impressed that we have this kind of feature here. Now, the other cool thing is you could plug this into your TV via optical, or it has an aux port for analog connections, but it also has HDMI.
Yeah, which we didn't see with some of the other products we've looked at.
Yeah.
So that was good. Now, downside to it, have other products, have other MagniFi Minis or something throughout the house, it's going to be more difficult to go from one product to another than some of the other home
Yeah, it doesn't
systems.
network on with other Polk products. I mean, it's not that kind of device. This is really meant for someone that has maybe a 42-inch or a 50-inch TV. They want to enhance the sound of their TV because let's face it, those TVs have terrible speakers in them. This is a significant upgrade for a small TV in a small to medium-sized room. You're going to really do yourself a favor here. And I've listened to the comparable products from Bose in this category, and I have to tell you the Polk has a big advantage here, not only in terms of fidelity, but in terms of value, because they are giving you the sub included in it, in the price for $300. I mean, how can you fault this for $300?
You really can. It is a good setup, good product, good price. What more do you want?
Yeah. So I mean, I guess that's about it, guys. I would recommend you give it a try. Read our review. Tony goes into more detail on his listening tests. He did some listening tests with movies and music, and it's really hard to knock this product. It is what it is, and it does it well, and it lives up to its promises. So let us know what you're using for a mini kind of sound bar, what your solution is. How are you enhancing the sound of your TV without going with a big 5.1 or 7.1 surround system? Give us some feedback on what you're doing, and let us know what other small kind of mini devices you want us to review in this genre of category.
Yeah, we'll get it in. I'll review it.
That's his job.
We'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Keep him
for it.
employed.
Yeah, keep me employed.
All right, guys. Well, that's about it. We wrap this review up. I don't think there's much more to say about this product. It speaks for itself. And until next time, keep listening.